Okay, now that I got that out the way, I want to get something else out the way off my chest, and that is to you Hebrew Israelites, right? I want to say to you, Chag Sameach, blessed feast, praise Yah, Baruch atah Yahweh, and to you and your family, to those who are near and far, those who honor the Most High with the intentions and the desire, as well as the interest in taking or participating with Yah's feast days. We all know the story in Leviticus 23. All the feasts are considered to be Yah's feast day. These are not the Jews' feast days. These are not the Hebrew Israelites' feast days. These are not the Christians' feast days or anybody else's feast days, but Yah's feast days. The Most High set these days as his feast days. Now, here's what I want to say, right? This is a joyous time of the year, or it should be, because why? It's the beginning of the calendar year for us Israelites, and it also it establishes a unity and a bond among those of us, the Hebreum, or if you like Hebrews, okay, and the Israelites, right? So, but on the other hand, on the flip side of that, this year, this time of the year, or this season, has also become a very sad time in the regard, with regards to many Israelites during this time are very divided. How are we divided? Okay, we are divided because many Israelites have their own way of calculating the new moon, okay, or their own understanding or their own experience or whatever you want to choose. And what is sad to me is that many Israelites, Hebrews, separate, part ways because you calculated the moon wrong, and so therefore you have the feast day a day ahead, or you have the feast day a day behind, or you have the feast day 2 days after, or you have the feast day a whole month behind, or a whole month ahead, right? So many Israelites fall apart during this time of the year, right? Because of that. As a matter of fact, I've known Israelites that have broken fellowship and don't even talk to each other no more because of this particular issue. Now, we've got to understand one thing, brothers and sisters, right? We are in the land of captivity, right? And so since we are in the land of captivity, we're not in the land of nativity where everything was governed, right? So there are those that live in Israel will say, well, you Hebrews that are keeping the Passover in America and in England and in the East, those that are in the East, you have the wrong date because you're not keeping it on Jerusalem time, right? Okay? Whether they're right, whether they're wrong, whether I believe they're right or whether I believe they're wrong is irrelevant. The reality of the matter is that the Most High is said that we would return to the covenant. Okay, didn't say we would be perfect and do it the exact way we did it in the land, but that we are returning. So we are doing our best, right? And so the sad part is that you have Israelites who want to be right and everybody else is wrong that don't have it on my day. If they didn't follow the date that I calculated, they're wrong, right? And so that will create a division, that will create animosity, that will take away from the joy of the year, that will take away from the spirit of the season. And so we fall apart and we break fellowship, and we have brought leaven among us. We've brought leaven among us. We've caused a division among us. We've caused those who don't see it the way we see it to feel like that I'm not a part of that camp, right? And so therefore, we have been separated from our people, right? So now the world unanimously celebrates their pagan festivities with one accord, right? It's the calendar date is set, right? So we have Israelites that have actually set dates. This year, there are Israelites that are actually setting the dates for the feast days now, for next year. Okay? They already have their calendars marked. And then there are those that say, well, they wrong, they can't do it that way. You got to do it according to the moon structure. But, okay, and you may be right. Okay? They may be totally wrong. But here's the thing I want to offer, right? We all are trying to serve the Most High. We all are trying to get it right. And so what we should do is we should embrace those that are trying. Those that are trying, for my grandbaby. Those that are trying, we should embrace those and not reprimand those and become super religious and say, well, you ain't doing it right. Embrace those that's trying to serve the Most High as we graduate. Because many of us, the way we did it back 10, 15, 20 years ago, maybe 30. We don't do it the same way because as we've grown, we've come into another level of knowledge and understanding. And so therefore we try to do it the way the Most High, the way we see it, with the mature understanding, and not the way a new babe who's come in, who has a childlike mentality and everybody wrong but me. I didn't do it. You did it. We can't have that mentality. We got to have a mentality of maturity. And so as the season begins, as we are entering into these feast days, we should celebrate with those that are celebrating. Here, we have to swallow our pride, brothers and sisters. I mean, I fellowship with people who had the feast day a day ahead, a day after, 2 days after, a week after, a whole month after or before. I fellowship with them and didn't look at them and put my nose down and say, y'all got the days wrong. I rejoice with them because they are trying to return back to the covenant. And all you can do is embrace that and say, brother, the Most High said he going to train us anyway, right? We're trying right now. We're not going to have it 100% accurate. We're trying. The Most High himself is going to instruct us of his ways. And he's going to purge out the rebels in the whole 9 yards. And we're going to get it right when we return back to the land of our nativity. So having said that, I want you to be encouraged this season. Keep the joy in this season, right? Keep rejoicing in Yah. Keep rejoicing in truth, okay? Where the Most High has you now, he may have you somewhere different next year around this time, right? But at the meantime, learn how to be content in the state that you're in and not let somebody throw water on your fire, right? You're new to this thing. You know you're an Israelite now. You got excitement. You got joy. I mean, you're ready to jump off the top of the building. That's how good you feel. Then here comes somebody now. You ain't doing that right. Pouring water on your fire, okay? Don't let that happen to you, right? Serve Yah with gladness and rejoice in knowing that he has awakened you to his truth, that he has called you to be a remnant in this last day. Serve Yah and not man, and you'll be all right. And with that said, Kag Sameach, Shabbat Shalom, 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 Shalom. Your brother Kazak Yah.